What's up guys, Chris19 here, and today we're going to be doing a rebuild. This one is for you, Malik, so I hope you enjoy it. And it's going to be doing the Oakland Athletics, so it should be pretty fun. Team, I mean it's okay, I guess. Some players I definitely want to trade. Matt Harvey would be one of them. Homer Bailey. Okay, let's go in here and let's look at the pitching rotation. I like him right here. It's okay, I gotta see how he pans out. Same for him. And actually, probably same for him. I don't really like Paul Blackburn in here. Bullpen's okay. There's people I want to get rid of though. Add on to. Thinking about it, second base. About to have an upgrade at second base if we need it. I don't like Chris Davis, so I'll get rid of him. Start off getting rid of Chris Davis. You know what? I'm gonna give him it. Now I can trade Chris Davis. Oh, I like this trade. Do that one. There's just the prospects here. I'll just do that right there. Sign all these people right here. No, just since the regular season. Matt Harvey all the way down there. Okay, he needs to come up. So we're gonna go over here and call up him. So we have to get rid of the 40-man roster people. Get rid of all these people.
Call up Jeremy Jeffries.
Thanks, Bryce. I just did. For some reason I had him down there. They're pretty good. And since we traded some players, so we'll just send to the draft day. Okay, so we're not doing too good. I don't see what's doing was. Okay, so let's start pitching. Oh, okay. There's some of these players aren't doing too good. We can go trade. So we can get a second baseman. So And then first base. Prospect here. And we need a center fielder. I'm sorry about that, guys. Now we need a center fielder. Okay, there we go. So we just got a couple big trades right there. Now I can make some trade in starting pitching. That's a done deal. Okay, now we can just send him to draft day. Okay, Ken Giles. So this has got Ken Giles for like nothing.
The first-year player draft is only a day away. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, the A's put together 10 total hits as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County, 3-2. The Houston Astros allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 8-4.
Okay, Ender.
The Texas Rangers allowed only 5
David
hits in the game as they blew out Baltimore 10-1. The Yankees had 12 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 7-2. The Cleveland Indians combined to give up just 5 hits as they stole a victory in extra innings over the Twins 3-2. The Tampa Bay Rays launched 3 home runs as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 9-4.
Olsen doing good.
The Boston Red Sox totaled 11 hits as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 6-2. The Chicago White Sox got 12 hits in this one as they took down the Nationals in Washington 5-2. The New York Mets hit 3 long balls as they dismantled the
Colton Wong and Andrew Miller. I think we can make a trade.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL West, the Oakland
need
Athletics
somebody better
grabbed
than
13
Jesus
hits in the game
on
as they
here.
bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 6-3.
They
In the
can get another
standings, the
bullpen
Mariners are in 4th place in the AL West, and the Athletics are 3rd in the division. The Minnesota Twins finished off a 3-game sweep as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 12-1. As of today, the Twins are sitting atop the AL Central, while the Rangers are in last place in the AL West. Carlos Correa plated 4 runs with 3 hits on the day, leading the Astros to victory against the Angels 4-1. He is currently among the AL leaders in batting average. Entering the day's action, the Astros are leading the AL West, and the Angels are 2nd in the division.
We need somebody down in that bottom
The Orioles
rotation.
starting pitcher, number 64, was victorious for the 5th time this season as the Orioles downed the Blue Jays
He's a
1-0.
little bit better.
His ERA is currently in the top 5 in the American League. Heading into the day, the Blue Jays sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, and the Orioles are at the bottom of the division. The Rays pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they defeated the visiting Yankees 2-1. At the start of the day, the Rays sit atop the American League East Division, and the Yankees are 3rd in the division. The White Sox picked up 14 hits in total as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 6-4. As of right now, the White Sox are in 2nd place in the AL Central, while the Cubs sit in 1st place in the National League Central Division. The Red Sox combined for 4 total home runs as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 10-9. They now have 5 straight wins. As of today, the Tigers sit in last place in the American League Central Division, and the Red Sox are in 2nd place in the AL East. The Miami Marlins knocked out 10 hits as a team as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 7-3. In the standings, the Braves sit in 1st place in the National League East Division, and the Marlins are 2nd in the division. Anibal Sanchez pitched his way to his 100th career victory as Washington got the best of the Royals 8-2. Entering the day's action, the Nationals are in last place in the NL East, and the Royals are in 4th place in the AL Central. The Mets allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-1. At the start of the day, the Mets sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division, while the Phillies are 4th in the division. The Indians swatted 4 home runs in this one as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 6-4. Heading into the day, the Reds are in 2nd place in the NL Central, and the Indians sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division. The Brewers knocked out 12 hits as a team as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 5-2. In the standings, the Pirates are in 3rd place in the NL Central, while the Brewers are 4th in the division. The Diamondbacks allowed only 5 hits in the game as they bested the visiting Rockies 4-2. Entering the day's action, the Diamondbacks are in 2nd place in the NL West, while the Rockies are at the bottom of the division. The Los Angeles Dodgers combined to give up just 5 hits as they bested the visiting Padres 3-2. As of today, the Dodgers sit in 1st place in the National League West Division, And the Padres are third in the division. The Giants brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 5-0. As of right now, the Giants sit in 4th place in the National League West, while the Cardinals sit in last place in the National League Central Division. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the rest of the All-Star break, and don't forget to tune in over the next couple of days for all the latest.
That's a good trade. I think we'll be good. Trevor Story got traded. But Merrifield got traded.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Looking first at the American League East, the Rangers got 11 hits overall as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 5-0. At the start of the day, the Yankees sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the American League wild card. And the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Seattle Mariners totaled 13 hits as a team as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 6-4. Entering the day's action, the Cubs are atop the NL Central. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. And the Mariners sit in 4th place in the American League West. They're over 20 games out of first. The Milwaukee Brewers racked up 11 hits as a team as they got the home victory against the Astros.
So let's look at the stats real quick. I know we can't. I don't feel like going through all this.
Hi there, everyone. Welcome to this special postseason edition of Inside the Show. For the 7th and final game of the Major League Baseball World Series, the Houston Astros went deep 4 times as they took down the visiting Braves, clinching the World Series championship. It has been a storybook season for them, and they will look to repeat as champions next year.
I'm gonna let him walk, actually. I'll let him walk, and I'll let all these people walk. We need a third base coach. I'm gonna try to sign Will Smith to a 2-year deal, player contract, closer, backloaded. I'm gonna have to give him a lot of money if I want him to sign. I can sign Grandal, but I just want to test him out. Grandal signed, okay. Is he signed? Will Smith signed them. Just keep saving this. So we're just gonna go up to here in the sim off season. Look at all these trades. Okay, doing really good in spring training. Corey Dickerson, Fletcher, Nelson Cruz. Look at the horror. Okay, just I think the pitching staff needs some work. Now we need a better second baseman. Alright, now this in the rest of the season. Maybe this will help us out a little bit. Looks like it helps us out a little bit, helping us out a little bit, but not much, I guess. There's no way looking at this team that we should be that low. Looking at this team, we should not be that low. And especially the numbers, we still shouldn't be that low. I don't know how we're just barely above 500, but like 10 games. Wow. And somehow we have gotten worse.
Welcome to Inside the Show. It's the wild day that is the trade deadline. Starting in the American League Central, the Chicago White Sox only allowed 2 hits in the game as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 5-1. The Angels hit 3 long balls as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 5-1. The Yankees catcher, number 24, was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs as the Yankees claimed victory over the Orioles 19-4. The Tampa Bay Rays swatted 4 home runs in this one as they blew out the Jays 10-1. The Minnesota Twins totaled 11 hits as they bested the visiting Nats 5-2. Ronald Acuna Jr. sent 2 into the seats while driving in 6 as the Braves took care of Kansas City 9-3. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. The Friars completed a 3-game series sweep as
I
they
don't
took
know,
care of the Mets at Citi Field,
This is
9-5.
my last year doing it.
It
I don't feel like doing it any longer. So it's probably not gonna happen. My rebuilds go to get the playoffs. Sometimes you can't take them all the way. So if they don't get in the playoffs, we didn't complete the rebuild. We couldn't rebuild it. We couldn't rebuild this team. We're on a really big winning right now. Look at this.
The regular season is winding down, but the postseason races are heating
I
up.
don't know how
Here's how
we're
yesterday's nail-biting action went down. Starting in the AL West, Jaime Barria got his 16th win this
Not like
year,
our
helping lead
pitching's
the
not
Angels to the victory over Oakland, 3-2. As of today, the A's sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division, 6 games out of
We're not
first.
hitting the ball.
While the Angels have now clinched one of 2 AL wildcard spots with the win. The Mariners amassed 14 hits in the game as they beat the visiting Red Sox 5-4. In the standings, the Mariners are in 4th place in the AL West, 13 games out, while the Red Sox are in 2nd place in the AL East, 10 games out of first. The Astros smacked 15 team hits as they were winners over the visiting Rangers.
It was not a success. We cannot rebuild this team. Thank you guys for watching. Crush 19 out.